situation is. That way.
I have a yoga mat.
Okay, so then we'll keep it mostly body weight then, but like add in as you see fit.
Okay.
Awesome.
So, but if I cannot wait or yoga block, you throw it at me, okay?
What'd you say?
If there is something I can do with the yoga block or the weight, you tell me. Okay?
Will do. Okay, cool. So I think we're all good. Everyone can hear me. We're recording. Let's get some movement happening. I figured out like the right angle, which I'm very excited about because it seems like it will work both for sitting down and not sitting down. So let's take our arms up and then stretch and take them down to a bent knee. Lift them up again. Let them drop. Let's take our arms out and into a hug. Some movement mobility of our shoulders. Let's gently swing ourselves side to side. Just a little bit because we're just warming up, so you don't have to get very far. Take the arms up. Scoop your belly in. And then straighten. Scoop that belly in. Straighten. Let's do 2 more. And then let's take an arm up nice and tall. Stretch it on over the side. Stack those shoulders so that they are not having one come forward or one come back, that they are straight to the side. Come on up. Other way. Ooh, it feels good to wake up the body. Come on up. Let's put a little bit of heat, even though we're doing abs. Let's do some high knees, so you're having to hold your core, so we're getting a little bit more movement and getting the blood flowing, but also getting a little bit of balance work in there. All right. Let's take it to a knee to twist. So instead of the high knees, we're going to make it a little more intentional. All right, shake it out. We're going to take our knee up and then touch it to the same elbow. You can tap it behind you a little bit in between. So again, building some heat, getting the blood flow, and also starting to engage our core. So we're holding nice and tight as we do this. Let's do the other side. One. Shake it on out. Let's take a nice bend up. Switch one arm up, then the other. And take those arms out. All right. Let us come to the tail end of our mat. And we're gonna roll down and then out into a plank. So roll down one vertebrae at a time. Until you get into a forward fold. Take a quick second and let's just let our arms swing. And now we're gonna walk ourselves out to a plank. So you're gonna be engaging your core and really holding nice and tight. When you get here, shoulders over wrists and a nice straight line so that you're not lifting up. Let's walk on back. So you can bend your knees a bit if you need to, but try and keep them on the straighter side. And try to keep your body stable so you're using your core to come back rather than any of this wibble wobble. Try to minimize that wibble wobble and just utilize the core to control the walk. Find yourself hanging again. Let's do that one more time. So again, walking out, knees mostly straight but not locked. Holding that core nice and steady so that you're moving forward and not wibble wobbling to the side. Take it back up. So lift those hips and then walk yourself back. And then this time we're gonna do it one more. And then we are going to switch to walking our feet back. So a little bit of a different movement, but similar effect, but changing it up. So bring it out, come into that plank. And this time, you're gonna walk those feet in. Again, you might need to bend them a little bit, depending on your arm length. You're gonna walk your hand, and then put the weight on your feet and hang. Let's try that again. So you might need to bend those knees again so your hands can touch and be steady, and then you're gonna step back. And when you can, keep them straight and come into your plank. As soon as you get there, walk back up. Hold. And then down again into the plank. And then we'll do one more of these, and then we'll be done with these inchworm things. Come back up, walk those feet in. And this time we're gonna walk back down, but we're gonna stay down. Awesome. So hold that plank. Take one knee in to the center. Get up to the side and bring that foot into the lunge. Just gonna take a little stretch here. I think someone might be unmuted, so there's like a little bit of like rustling just because it's going on YouTube for like people who miss a workout. Do you mind muting? I can't see from here. Oh. Okay. Let's send that leg back. Take the other leg, bring that knee towards your nose, shift it outside of the elbow, and then drop into a wide lunge on the other side with your foot to the side, the outside of your hand. And let's hold that stretch on the other side. Awesome. Let's bring the foot back. So we're back in our plank. Check in with your alignment. And we're now going to just do nose to knee. Take the leg out, nose to knee, and take it out. And we're gonna do this on each side for 10. If this feels like a lot, you can always not push it out at the end and just take nose to knee and bring it down, which is a little gentler. 8, 9, 10. Let's take to the other side, lift that leg up, nose to the knee, take it back out. Almost there. 4, 3, 2, whoop, there go the glasses. 1. I have not gotten them adjusted in a while. And I guess I have not worn contacts a lot during quarantine. So let's take a quick child's pose, give our wrists a rest. They've gotten very loose. So anyways, that was cool. And let's come on up. Shake it out. We're going to go into a forearm side plank. So come onto your side. Hips are on the ground. Arm is on the ground as well. And I'm gonna lift my hips up into a plank, shoulder under your arm, and take that arm up. You can also take your leg here if you need some extra support, or you can even just take it to bent knees. As long as your hips are up, you're getting the plank. So those are all options. Oops. So come into that plank. And first we're gonna do a bit of rotation. So we're rotating down and up. Let's do 4 more. Make sure that you're not dropping those hips. It's tempting. And make sure that they're stacked. And now we're just gonna raise our hips up. Lift and drop. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now you can let those hips drop. Curl those legs in if they weren't curled already. Sit on up. Take the arm up from the side that was on the ground. Take the arm out to the side and gently bend nice and long to your side. Take a second. We are into the other side. Come on up. And let's get ready on the other side. Same modifications, always an option. Whatever works best for you to give yourself a challenge, but not go where you can't keep good form and thus it's not actually helping you. So again, leg here, knees bent, as long as your hips are up. So let's rise up into our plank. Again, stack those hips so that they are one on top of the other. Bring that arm to the ceiling. And we're gonna twist down and under the side facing the mat for 8. All right, and now we're gonna lift our hips for 8. Lifting and dropping. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let them come all the way down. Bend those legs, sit on up. Take the arm up and stretch to the other side. Ah, we did it. We are done with that. Awesome, come on up. We're gonna do one more thing and then we're gonna go down onto our backs. But we are going to go into like a tabletop, like reverse plank. So we're gonna take our arms to our sides, facing, fingers facing out to either side, shoulders down and back. And then we're gonna lift up with our glutes and press up. And push through your heels to keep yourself up. You can either stay here or, I'll stay here for a second. We're gonna lower, and if you'd like, we're gonna take one leg and touch the heel. But if that's a lot, just stay up in your nice tall reverse bridge. Or like I said, you can come into the hacky sack hitting of each foot, which is a dynamic thing that will fire those abs. So there's a balance piece here, right? Every time you lift 2 of your limbs, you gotta kind of keep that steady. Let's do a few more. And if you're holding at the top, that's fine too. Just keep holding. Let's do 4 more, 3 more, 2 more, 1 more. Everyone lift up 1 more time. Squeeze through those heels, squeeze those glutes. And come on down. Awesome. Shake it out. We're gonna go onto our backs, so we're not gonna do anything involving our wrists for a while. We got that all out of the way. Awesome. So come onto your backs. And we're gonna take our legs up to the ceiling. And what we're gonna do first is that we're gonna reach up towards our toes. This could be a moment where if you do have a weight, or if you have 2 weights, or 1 large weight that you're gonna hold between the both of your hands, you could certainly add it in, if you'd like. as he pulls up. Modifications, if this feels like a lot, you can always take the knees down and take it more as a crunch, or you can just take it less high. So here I'm only lifting my shoulders if it feels too much to lift to a higher point. Let's do 4 more. Then we're going to switch to doing push coming up into the side. So I'm going to put down the weight because I don't want to use that with one hand. So if you have really light weights that you feel comfortable switching with, like these are like super light, you could always take one and then the other. But if you don't, we can just use our hands. So we're going to reach up into the side. So it's like you're grabbing for your pinky toe on the opposite foot. So a similar move, but we're adding the rotation. Last 2, last 1. Take those legs down, hug them to your chest for a moment. Take a breath. Give your back a little massage. Awesome job. All right. Take those legs down. We're gonna come on up to seated and then slowly lower down to the ground. Modification here, you can take a smaller range of motion and then lower and just come up partway, whichever feels like a good challenge for you. And then lower with control, no plopping. And your arms are moving with you, but make sure that you're using your core to send you up and you're not like whoosh with those arms, because then you're kind of using momentum from the arms and then you're not working on the same muscles because you're using your arms instead. Keep pushing. You can go a few more. Let's do 2 more. And then we're gonna stay up after, actually I guess it's 2.5 more because we're gonna come back up after our last one. So we're doing this one, lower, and then you're gonna meet me back up. Woohoo! Here we are again magically. So we're gonna take our legs into a balance. Modifications here. You can take one foot down or both feet down. You can have yourself here, or if you want to progress it, you can take both legs up. I'm just gonna hold the balance. Hang out. This is also a moment I would come down first just for safety, that if you wanted to take a weight, in a second we're gonna cross our body. So when we get to that point, you can certainly add that as well. All right. So a couple more seconds of hold, and then we are going to go across the body, either with our body weight, or if we have a little weight or can or something that we want to use to add some external weight. And make sure you're twisting from the torso fully and not just kind of getting lazy and moving the arms. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. come on down. Let's just take a moment to stretch it out. Take the legs nice and long in front of you. Send the arms up to the ceiling. Fall nice and long over those legs. And I'm pushing my feet backwards with my hands to intensify the stretch. You certainly don't have to, but you can. Let's come up. Let's take those legs to a nice butterfly. Sit nice and tall. Scoop back in. Think like someone nicely punched you in the gut. I don't know, nicely punches you in the gut, but I don't love using that analogy. I need a better one. So a kind, benevolent tap in the gut. And straight in. And now keep a nice straight tall back. Bend from the hips towards the floor. So notice I'm not rounding my shoulders. I'm waiting until I start to feel a stretch in my inner thighs. And then when I get there, now I'm going to drop it around. But I'm not rounding just from the beginning. I'm kind of getting there when I'm feeling the stretch. Let's take a second here, and then we're going to do a little more stuff. Okay. We're going to come onto our backs. Not our backs, I'm sorry, our stomachs. I say that every time. I'm going to change things up because you know, when we're all home, it's exciting. I'm going to face the other way, which actually feels super strange because I think I always face my head that way, but a little variety. You got to get it even in small places. All right. Let's take our arms underneath our forehead, and we're going to think about keeping our shoulders down and back and our arms out to the sides. And we're going to raise ourselves up using our core. It can be a baby lift with just your shoulders, or if you're able to take it a little further, you can take it a little further. And we're just going to raise and lower. You could have your hands on your forehead if you'd like. I'm trying to use that as a reminder to be conscious of where your shoulders are, that they're down and back, and that you're opening up your chest as well. While you're here, your lower body is definitely still working. My glutes are working, and my legs are pressed into the mat, so there's still some activity happening to support this. Let's do one more and lower. Awesome, awesome job. Take a second and relax. And we are going to now let our legs do the work, or more of the work, I should say. So head can be down with your forehead down. I just want you to hear me, so I don't want to be talking into my hands. But you're going to lift up and then lower while pressing your hips into the mat. It's a very small movement, but it's coming from here. So keep lifting and lowering at your own pace. Pressing those hip bones into the mat. That helps to protect your back. Let's do two more. And now let's take everything out. Turn into our Superman. So here we go. Lift both arms and legs. Up. Hold. Let's move our arms out in a little bit of a T and bring them back. Out into a T, bring them back. T position, bring them back. One more. And let's get a little bit of swimming in, a little bit of movement over here. Again, if this is too much, you can always take opposites so that you've got a little bit of support on the ground. But either way, do your swimming. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take a second, lay into the mat, give yourself a moment. Woo. Take your hands beneath your shoulders, shoulders down and back. Push yourself into a child's pose. So coming through almost like a knee plank and into a child's pose where you can round your back, forehead on that mat. Let's rise up to all fours. Shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. And let's take some cat-cows at your own pace. If you want to take it into a round circle, and that feels good on your body, feel free. And let's take a stretch for our glutes. So I'm coming up to the plank, taking my leg forward and bringing the front of my leg down into pigeon. So keeping my back up straight, feeling a stretch along my glutes. You can also choose to fold down if you'd like, if it is more comfortable for you. Anyone with a yoga block, if you have tight hips and you need like some rest, you can always slide it under, assuming the space is somewhat yoga block high. But you could also use a little book or something if like it's somewhere smaller between the yoga block size and hitting the floor. Let's take to the other side. So I'm gonna tuck my toe, bring that leg back, and take the other one. Bring it on forward, drop the back leg, and come into your pigeon on the other side. And again, yoga block could conveniently go here if you need it, and you can either take it sitting up or you can come on down. You do you. Awesome. Let's bring our leg in, spin around so we're facing front. Let's just come to our knees so that we're in a nice tall position, but that way you can see me. Camera doesn't cut off my arms. Let's take our arms up nice and tall. Clasp one wrist, stretch towards the side. And return to the top. Clasp the other wrist. Bend to the other side. Come on up. Let's come back down. Let's take a little twist to the back. One hand to opposite knee. Feel a nice twist in the spine. Take it nice in front. Hand on the other knee. Twist the other side. Bring it back around front. Take the arms up nice and tall. Stretch one arm, then the other. And take them out and down. Let's open up that chest to finish up. Awesome. All right, and let's just do a quick round and sit up, actually. I feel like we need that. And release to sitting tall, and then round. And up. And I will send you both on your merry way. Thank you, guys. See you next week, and have a good weekend.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.